I really convinced myself that I'd planned that whole trip, so I'd been wanting him to ask me for so long. Yeah, he caught me probably the one time going away somewhere that I thought it wasn't going to happen, but yeah, my heart absolutely stopped like as soon as he got down on one knee. It was amazing. It was perfect. It was the perfect weekend away. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have ever asked for anything better. So yeah, he pulled that one out of the bag.
Okay, so the 17th of March 2018, about 5 p.m. in the Piazzale Michelangelo. I've got something to ask you. I love you, and the last 6 years have been incredible. Not just for the big moments that we've shared, but for all the small ones too. I've loved spending every moment with you, and I've decided I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you please make me the happiest man in the world and say you'll be my wife?
My job definitely shows that the world is not as simple as good and bad people. Everybody is really a mix of the two. We all fall somewhere in between. But having been with Cammy for 10 years, but having known him for a lot longer, had this 10 years up close and observing him and knowing him and loving him, I am genuinely convinced that he is one of life's truly rare, good people.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of North Yorkshire Registration Service, welcome to Newburgh Priory.
In many ways, what a marriage means to you is a controversial topic depending on your religion, your culture, your life experiences, and your hopes for the future. But one thing that is universal is marriage being a celebration of love, and love can be understood by all languages. The reason we are all here today is to celebrate the love shared between Cammy and Oriana, and it's a very easy thing to celebrate. The kind of love that Oriana and Cameron share is the kind of love that you see in old couples holding hands walking down the street. It's the kind of love you wish for as a child when you've been raised on Disney movies. The kind of love you stop believing in the first time you get your heart broken, and the kind of love that you only know to be true once you find it. It's the kind of love that you want to come home to after a long, stressful day. It's the kind of love that will wake you up with a cup of tea. The kind of love that sees you through the groggy Monday morning all the way through to the sleepy Sunday. It's the kind of love that will sit with you through the hard times, will be there to lean on when times are tough. The kind of love that celebrates with you and for you when you win, and the kind of love that will allow you to be the best you that you can be. Personally, I don't believe that we need to be in love in order to be complete, but I do believe that sometimes you don't know that you're missing something until you find it. The love that Oriana and Cammy share is a truly beautiful one, and getting to watch them nurture it over the past few years and getting to celebrate their future as a couple today, I'm sure you'll agree, is a privilege. They are so perfect for each other. Their relationship is a perfect balance, and they are both exactly what the other one needs. They are both such kind, caring, funny, intelligent people, and when they work together, they are truly unstoppable. They make everyone that knows them very proud, and there is no limit to the things they can achieve together. And with that, I am very pleased to be, oh my gosh, last night, I'm very pleased to be the first to be able to officially congratulate them on their marriage today.
I, Cameron Ross Martin, take you, Oriana Frame, to be my wedded wife. I take you, now and for always. I vow to bear in mind that if at times things go from bad to worse, they also go from bad to better. I promise to honour you and to love you unconditionally, all the days of my life. And with this ring, my final vow, to recall whatever the future may bring, the love I feel for you now.
So the purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitment. And we trust that these things may come true for you both. Cameron and Oriana, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law, and you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, family and friends gathered here this afternoon. It is now my privilege and pleasure to tell you that you are now lawfully married. You are husband and wife. Congratulations. And Cameron, you may now kiss your beautiful bride.
So, there is motherly love in all of its forms. Oriana, the most impactful thing your mother has done for you, apart from carrying you for 9 months, was teaching you how to read as a child, nurturing that love of reading so that you have your own love of literature now. You were demanding as a child when it came to having stories read to you, but the smiles on your face that a good story generated were worth it. I am awestruck that you have chosen to help bring justice to people who have suffered such terrible treatment at the hands of others. You have so often taken the path most difficult because you believed it was the right thing to do. Today, of course, would not be happening if it were not for the love that you share for each other. You first started seeing each other over 10 years ago now. Since then, your love for each other has grown and developed to the point where you were able to spend a pandemic together and still come out the other side. You truly are in love and loving to each other. And now here we are, 10 years later, and you've met each other's match. And I am delighted that you met your match in Cameron. He is perfect for you. To you, Cameron, I say this: she carries in her genes truly remarkable women from both her parents. Women who have worked hard, suffered challenges, faced down prejudices and came out on top. Life with her will never be boring, nor will it be quiet. I wish that your bodies grow old together so that they eventually match your very old souls. Before I finish up and pass the mic to Cammy, I will tell you both the same thing I've said to you both every single time you have left our house together. You may not have heard me, given the force Oriana slams the door shut, but my advice is simple: take care of each other. And when Oriana's out the door, I follow up with, and that'll be the door shut then.
On behalf of myself and my wife, we've just celebrated 10 years together, and I think if you told us then that we'd be getting married to each other in Yorkshire, we'd never have believed you. So I've learned so much from Oriana over the years. How to write essays for my masters, which I was doing when she was planning the first wedding. Just how good a second baseman can look in a baseball uniform. A rookie of the year last year. And how to celebrate the little victories. They can be few and far between when your partner is a lawyer and argues professionally. and also I've learned to call myself a feminist. Oriana is the most beautiful, intelligent, kind and empathetic person I've ever met. She's always putting others before herself, and trying to pry her away from my work laptop on a night time or get some tea into her is a real task. I'm thrilled that today has finally come round. You deserve every minute of it. I love you today and always, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. So I won't labour the point any further. Please join me in raising a glass to my bride, Oriana. To Oriana. So starting our marriage as we mean to go on. Oriana's going to have the last word.
I know it's not necessarily traditional for the bride to do a speech, but I'm sure none of you are shocked that, that I've stood up. As lovely as they are, it was never going to be the case that 3 men were going to be left to do all the talking. So one of the reasons I wanted to say something was that I did want to say my own thank yous. And my biggest thank you, of course, does go to my husband, to Cammy. He's considerate and kind and open-minded for all of his very strict habits and routines. He is genuinely willing to learn, willing to listen, able to be convinced. So that's helpful. I could go on forever about how wonderful he is, but ultimately, the way you are makes you an amazing listener. People tell you secrets when they barely know you and you keep them. And I'm so grateful to have you. I covet your opinion. I trust your judgment more than anyone else on this planet. I'm so excited for the future with you. We are here, we are strong, we are sure. And I want to raise a toast to the future. So, to the future.